What is up, guys? My name is Fantasy, and today I'm going to be doing a video on transfer rumours that may or may not happen during the summer of 2000 this transfer season. I'm going to be using the FIFA concept squad because most of these players I don't have. So let's get started. The first player I'm going to talk about it's one of the biggest transfer stories this summer, and that is Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba is a fantastic midfielder, and as you may know, he's been linked with moves to numerous clubs. But the two main frontrunners for his signature this summer are Real Madrid and Manchester United. Some reports have come out saying that Paul Pogba would prefer a move to the Bernabeu this summer instead of a move back to Old Trafford. But Spanish journalist Guillem says that Real Madrid could fear that they could miss out on Pogba this summer, as they feel like they could be priced out of a move for Pogba, as Manchester United are willing to smash the transfer record to bring Pogba back to Old Trafford, as an estimated 100 million is being talked about. But my opinion on this is that Pogba is a fantastic midfielder. Don't get me wrong, he's one of the best centre mids in the world. But 100 million, I think United should be looking for a better alternative for maybe 30 million. But I'd love to see him come back to United. I honestly would. But for that money, we could go and spend it on someone else who can just do the same job. The next player I'm going to talk about is Liverpool Jordan Ibe, who has been linked with a move to Bournemouth, as apparently according to Sky Sports News. Liverpool have accepted a £15 million bid from Bournemouth. I think this could be a beneficial move for Ibe to Bournemouth. He's not really getting a look in at the first team at Liverpool. He's a good winger. Honestly, I think he's better than Sterling. But 15 million for Ibe, he's not really proved. He's not really proved what he can do yet in the Prem. I think that Bournemouth are really overpaying for Ibe. 15 million. I'd say he's worth about 5 million, but only time will tell if it will be a bargain or not. If he moves for 40 million in the future, it'll be a bargain for Bournemouth. But at this moment in time, I think it's just paying over the odds for an English talent. So now we'll move on to a player who's been linked, another Liverpool player who's been linked with a move away from Anfield this summer, is Christian Benteke. Benteke, before he moved to Liverpool, he had a few decent seasons with Villa, scoring 10 plus goals or more, 10 plus goals each season. But when he went to Liverpool, he's found it really hard to hit the back of the net. His just overall performance is lacking. News coming out of like Palace on the transfer rumour mill is that Palace made a £25 million bid for his services, and Liverpool rejected it because, according to reports, Liverpool are holding out for 30 million for Benteke. Don't get me wrong, Benteke on his day he's a brilliant striker, but 30 million after that season at Liverpool, it's a bit too much. I know Liverpool want to try and recoup as much as that transfer as he can, but 30 million, it's too steep for a player who didn't really perform that great last season. But the stupid part is, according to sources, Palace are willing to meet that valuation of Benteke. My opinion is that they're well overpaying. can only go and pay 15 million for him, because I don't think he's worth 30 million after that horrendous season. But that's just my opinion. Next player that I'm going to move on to is Raja Nainggolan from Roma, who's been linked with a move to Chelsea. But some reports saying that Nainggolan himself has rejected a 30 million move to Chelsea this summer in favour of staying at Roma. Yeah, Nainggolan, good player. I think he's worth 30 million. A move to the Prem would suit him, and it'll suit Chelsea, gives them a bit more of a edge in midfield. But if he wants to stay in the Serie A, it's not really career suicide for him. He's playing in a good team in Italy with Rome. So the only downside is that you might never get to see him play in the Prem, because he is actually a decent midfielder. Another big name player who's been linked with a move to the Premier League is Real Madrid striker Alvaro Morata, who has recently just completed a move back from Juventus to Real Madrid. I thought this was a bit of a strange move, to be honest, because when he was at Real Madrid the first time, he weren't really getting unlucky, and he went from Real Madrid to Juventus for first team football. So he was playing good in the Serie A. He chipped in with goals and assists, but he weren't really the first team striker as Juventus had this summer gone. Well, last summer, I mean, had acquired the services of Mario Mandzukic from Atletico Madrid and Paulo Dybala from Palermo, so which is pushing down the pecking order. But he has been linked with moves to Chelsea and Arsenal. I moved to Chelsea. I think I don't know with that kind of move. To be honest, Arsenal. I think an Arsenal move would be better for him, but I'm not sure. So leave your comments down. Leave your comments to see whether it would be a good move for him or not. The next player I'm going to talk about is Barcelona's Turkey international midfielder Arda Turan, who did not have the best performances at the Euros. He would admit that certainly did not have the best tournament. But some reports are coming out on court offside that Arda Turan has been linked with a move to Borussia Dortmund. As you may know, Henrik Mkhitaryan has just moved from Dortmund to Manchester United. And so Dortmund are looking for a new creative player. I think Turan would be a perfect fit. He's good at dribbling. He's got a good pass. He's got a great vision for a pass. He's got a decent shot on him. So I think it would be a decent move for both parties. But the Barcelona president said that he was happy with Turan's performance for Barcelona. The next player I'm going to talk about is Juventus and Italy centre back Leonardo Bonucci. Bonucci was a rock at the back for Italy in this tour. Was a rock at the back for Italy during the tournament this summer. And Sky Sports News reported that Bonucci at Juventus had rejected a £38 million bid from Manchester City for his services. Oh, that's a lot of money for a player who's going to be turning 30 later this year. He's a good centre back, don't get me wrong, but 30 million. Maybe City should. City could easily go and pay half that for a decent centre back who's 10 years younger. But they just like spending money really, City. And next player who's been linked to a move away is John Stones from Everton, who for a couple of seasons now has been linked with moves away from Goodison Park. As last year, Chelsea wanted to acquire his services, but Everton were having none of it and rejected bids after bids for John Stones. Now this time another English team has come in, and that's Manchester City who's interested in his services, but Everton are holding out for 50 million. 50 million for John Stones. That's a lot of money for a centre back, especially the one who's not had the best of seasons at Everton. The only reason that I can think that they're giving him the evaluation of 50 million is that because he's young and English, and the fact that Everton also want to keep one of their star players at the club. To be honest, I think it's ridiculous that English talent is really stupidly overpriced. 50 million for Stones, 15 million for Ibe. It's stupid. No wonder clubs go to foreign countries and buy young players because they're cheaper and they're just as good as our English lads. Next player that you may be familiar with is West Ham's Dimitri Payet, who currently is going to be playing in the Euro 2016 final with France. After this season just gone with West Ham, he had a fantastic season, chipping in with some goals, but especially some beautiful free kicks, especially the one against Palace near the end of the season. Payet, as according to Court Offside, has been linked with a 44 million euro move to Inter Milan, as Inter Milan have recently been bought out by Chinese investors and are willing to spend money to improve the squad. He's also been linked with moves to Real Madrid. With Payet, I think that a stay in West Ham would be better for his career at this moment in time, because he's either 28 or 29. I think that a move to Italian football, I don't think that would benefit him as much as staying in the Premier League. A move to Real Madrid, honestly, I don't think he would even get in that Real Madrid side with players like Toni Kroos, Modric, and so many other good midfielders in that team. I just don't think he'd even get in. But I think, like I said, stay at West Ham, beneficial. They're playing in the new Olympic Stadium this season, so that'll bring more supporters in, and could. But I don't know. But like I said, the next player I'm going to talk about is Carlos Tevez. Tevez, one of the world's best strikers. He's got an eye for a goal, but in some reports he has been linked with a move back to West Ham. But the owners, David Gordon, David Sullivan, have said that they won't be able to afford Tevez, as West Ham are prepared to offer him 150 grand a week to come back to West Ham to play for them. But it's apparently been reported that Tevez wanted an estimate of 250 grand a week. 250 grand a week for Tevez. It's a lot of money, really. It is a lot for a club like West Ham to pay them wages. I think it's just greed, really, that he wants that kind of money. If he did rejoin West Ham, this would be second stint at the club, as he moved to West Ham in 2006 with Javier Mascherano, but they had to sell these players because West Ham were fined for breach. I think it was third-party contracts, and so like Mascherano moved to Liverpool during the January transfer winter. But Tella stayed until the end of the season, but this did relegate. But when Tella scored against United in the final day of the season, that relegated Sheffield United, who weren't happy, but they did take the £15 million windfall from being relegated. So, like I said, it's a lot of money, but leave your comments down below and give your opinions on what you think. And the last player I'm going to be talking about is Robin Van Persie. Van Persie, in recent times, by Arsenal fans, to be considered a snake, as he joined Arsenal. Well, he joined from Arsenal to Manchester United because he wanted to win trophies. Yeah, well, reports coming back that he has been linked with moves to West Ham and Crystal Palace. I think these moves would be beneficial for Van Persie because he's not really at the best of times in Turkey, and I think that a return to London, a city that he knows well from his time at Arsenal, and he's keen on a move back there. But there is also reports that Middlesbrough are interested in his signature as well. But I really couldn't see Van Persie moving to Middlesbrough this summer. I think, like I said, I think he would prefer a move back to London, a city that he knows very well from his time at Arsenal. So this video was just me explaining some of the transfer rumours that are going around at the minute. I hope you guys liked it. Leave a like and subscribe, and leave your comments down below. Thank you for watching.